DeMeco Ryans with good news about a Texan who suffered a recent injury, and he added coal to the fire of the J.J. Watt return train. Welcome into the channel. I'm Cody Stoots. Let's talk some Texans, and let's talk about what DeMeco Ryans had to say when it comes to Tank Dell, J.J. Watt, and getting back to football stuff this week. That's coming your way right after I tell you about my friends at Platinum AC and Heating. We appreciate them for sponsoring this video. Any of your air conditioning needs can be handled by my guy, Dwyane. Getting you ready for these hot summer months coming your way. Give him a call today. Put the phone in your number, 832-777-3683. We appreciate Platinum AC and Heating for sponsoring this video. All the information you need from them is in the description down below. DeMeco Ryans at the Texans charity golf tournament, which is one of their biggest fundraising events for the Houston Texans Foundation, had plenty to say, but nothing bigger than his update on the situation when it comes to Tank Dell. Dell was unfortunately caught in the crossfire of a shooting at a private party in Florida. He was hit in the leg where the bullet hit his leg and left his leg on the other side, according to KPRC and sources close to the situation on their reporting. And Dell is expected to make a full recovery, and there was no structural damage, again, according to KPRC. The good news from DeMeco Ryans, when he was asked multiple times about Tank Dell, kept coming as well.
Tank, we had a good conversation. I've talked to him several times, and Tank will be fine. Tank should be fine.
Tank should be fine. DeMeco went on to say, I think I've said all I need to say about Tank Dell when he was asked if Dell was going to miss any time. The reporting from KPRC is the important element about this. No structural damage. Yes, a flesh wound when it comes to getting shot. That's nothing to sneeze about. That is certainly something that you have to recover from. And ultimately, how it affects Tank Dell, the person and the human being. The McNairs talked also at the golf tournament and said that they're grateful that Tank was not more gravely injured, that really nobody was more injured than they were in that unfortunate incident. And they've had conversations that they're going to keep private with Dell, and he's lucky to be alive, really, when you think about the situation that was in. I don't know that I've loved him being sort of the focal point from the authorities talking about this story, where it's Tank Dell, NFL star wide receiver, and 9 other individuals injured in this. I don't know that that's been a great bit of the process from the police department, but ultimately it sounds like Tank Dell is on pace to not miss any significant football time. Hey, you miss a little OTAs here or there. That's fine, getting healthy from that situation, but he should be ready to go for the season. And Dell's going to be one of the most important parts of this team. Yes, Nico Collins is back, and yes, Stephon Diggs is on this team, but Tank Dell, to me, surprised a lot of people with what he was able to do from day one for this team. And it was that Jacksonville game on the road where he had a big moment, catching the ball to kind of put the Jaguars away. He and C.J. Stroud have an incredible connection, and I could always think back to that first joint practice day against the Miami Dolphins where Tank Dell was uncoverable by the Miami Dolphins, and he and C.J. Stroud hooked up for, I believe, 3 touchdowns on that day in practice. That's when it was really Tank Dell has arrived, and he really took off from there. He was hitting his stride before injury finished his season against the Denver Broncos. I'm very excited to see what Dell can do, and I think all of us are thankful that nothing more serious happened to Dell in the scary situation that he faced. It would be a scary situation if J.J. Watt was on this Texans team. Over the weekend, Watt said, hey, if DeMeco Ryans calls, I will answer, and I'll come back to the Houston Texans if he wants. Well, DeMeco Ryans addressed J.J. Watt's comments and sent some platitudes to his former teammate, maybe future player. Hear what DeMeco Ryans had to say.
I love to hear JJ saying he's ready. I got his number ready to go just in case we need it. JJ, playing in this softball event this past weekend, it was fun to see all the guys. JJ looks good. He's in shape. He's ready to roll. So I may need to make that call. So I'm happy that that it's open from him. But JJ is an outstanding player, man. He's been an outstanding player for a long time in this league, and it's just I'm proud of him for what he's able to do in the community. still reaching back, and the people that he's touched here in the city of Houston is outstanding to see the response and all the people that showed up to support him this past Saturday. Oh man, really proud of JJ. Now I need to make that call right now. Anytime you get JJ Watt's ready to go, I'm ready to go.
DeMeco Ryans laughing as he says, hey, I'll make that call right now. Anytime Watt's ready to go, I'm ready to go. Look, I love that J.J. Watt's keeping up appearances with what he says. I love that DeMeco Ryans isn't shutting it down. If it was going to happen, it would have already happened. I addressed this at length in the video that I put up over the weekend about this, reacting to Watt's comments. I just don't see how it actually is going to thread the needle the perfect way that the Texans would get J.J. Watt on this team. If he was ready to go for a whole season, he'd already be on the team. And if they got to the point where they might need him, he'd still need ramp-up time. It's one thing to stay in shape. It's another thing to get into football shape. And if the Texans are indeed good enough that people believes that J.J. would want to be on the team, they probably don't need J.J. Watt. That means that Will Anderson and DeMeco Autry and Danielle Hunter and all the other characters that they have along that defensive line are taking care of their business. Watt's never been a ring chaser with the way that he's operated or acted, so I just don't see how it's happening. But I do love that the two former teammates, the now head coach, the now broadcaster, are keeping up the appearances and I guess keeping the story alive. This is one of those things that won't ever go away until, well, J.J. Watt is no longer working out and in football shape, but he's still in decent shape. I just don't see how it's going to happen. Watt not going to be here this weekend, but the players who are rookies are going to be here. Rookie minicamp is starting on Friday and continues into Saturday. What's the message to the young players showing up for their first taste of the National Football League from DeMeco Ryans?
Our young guys, just, hey, take a deep breath, right? Take a deep breath, relax, and just kick back and have fun, right? These guys have been playing football for a long time, and I try to make sure they understand that the game hasn't changed just because you're stepping up to the next level. Continue to do what got you here, and that's being a hard worker, right? Being dedicated to your craft, and that'll take you pretty far in this league.
DeMeco Ryans with a good message, and how he handled the rookies last year and how he and Nick Caserio together have handled the rookies. Well, I love that, and it's a far change from previous Texans regimes. If you can come in and you can compete with a player right away for their starting spot, you'll be given that opportunity. I think the best example and opportunity here is Kamari Lassiter. If he shows up and he is the best cornerback in OTAs in training camp, he's going to start opposite Derek Stingley. DeMeco Ryans has said time and time again that it doesn't matter what player you are, how good you used to be, what you did previously before arriving to the Texans. If you are the best player, you're going to play. Well, if one of these rookies, one of these undrafted free agents or late round picks is one of the best players, they may make the team or go ahead of a veteran on the depth chart. And that's the charge that DeMeco Ryans has put to the team is we're going to put the 53 best players on the roster, the best guys active for game day. It doesn't matter if it's Jawar Jordan backing up Joe Mixon because he's been playing better than Dameon Pierce, or if it's Marcus Harris beating out some guys who have been around the National Football League at the defensive tackle spot, and just how well the rookies were utilized last year. Obviously, Will Anderson and C.J. Stroud were going to go from day one, but Tank Dell found his way into the starting lineup immediately. They trusted Jarrett Patterson from day one after injuries to various players at the center position. They were putting Mechie and Xavier Hutchinson out there. And I know Mechie's not necessarily a rookie, but that was his first season that he was able to play for the Texans. If you can play, DeMeco Ryans will find a way to put you on the field. And as he told the kids, hey, you've been playing football your whole life. It doesn't change a whole bunch here now that you're wearing a Texans logo instead of the logo that you wore in college. They'll be getting a lot more action, those young players, because there's an additional preseason game. DeMeco Ryans explained the benefits of playing in the Hall of Fame game, giving the Texans 4 preseason affairs.
With the 4th preseason game, I see it as an advantage for our younger guys to really get an opportunity to get more reps, right? The more reps you get, the better you get. So I think it's an opportunity for us as a team collectively, like we can actually get better from having the 4th game. that's how I view it, and I think our guys will be appreciative of the reps that they get, because you look up 3 games and those reps get very limited, and guys, especially our young guys, need that exposure. They need the opportunity to go play live reps, because you only get better at football by actually doing live football, and it's a great opportunity for them.
Get better at football by playing live football. I love that from DeMeco Ryans. And the last 10 or so roster spots on this team, not only will it be heavy competition to figure out who those players are, but super important. DeMeco Ryans has talked at length about how their depth wasn't as good as it needed to be last year, and they played far too many guys that hadn't been with the team all season long when they got to the Baltimore Ravens playoff game. And specifically one position he mentioned was safety. The Texans have got to fill out that 53-man roster and practice squad with players that they trust, players that can be solid depth should something happen to the suspected starters for this team. And that extra preseason game gives them a whole heck of a lot more of film and data points and moments to observe, not only just those rookies, undrafted free agents, but those back of roster guys, to make sure that depth is just a tiny bit better than it has been in recent years for the Texans. What do you think? You like the Tank Dell update? How could you hate the Tank Dell update? Are you still buying J.J. Watt might return? Let me know in the comment section down below. On your way down to the comment section, throw me a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on the website and put in the number for our friends at Platinum AC and Heating. Dwyane is one of you. He's a local. He's a Texans fan. He just so happens to run Platinum AC and Heating, where they have the best prices and the best service in town. From making sure your AC is ready for the summer to that emergency call that you hope you don't have to make, that, oh my God, I need a new air conditioner, or I need my air conditioner fixed. Dwyane is going to take care of you. Over 35 years of experience in HVAC. You can get it when you put the AC guy in your phone. You don't need an AC guy until you need the AC guy, and that's my guy, Dwyane at Platinum AC and Heating. 832-777-3683. 832-777-3683. Put it in your phone for when you need it, because when you really need an AC guy, you need the AC guy, and that's my buddy Dwyane at Platinum AC and Heating. Call him today and get that pre-summer checkup on your air conditioner. Look, it's going to be running non-stop all summer long. You want to make sure that it's running at the tip-top condition, that it's blowing the coldest air that it can blow. It's already starting to get hot. What if your air conditioner could get just a little bit cooler and not work as hard? And oh, by the way, save you some money. 5-star rated by the Better Business Bureau, 5-star rated on Google and Yelp. Platinum AC and Heating will take care of you. We appreciate them sponsoring this video, and I appreciate you watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I can't wait till we talk Texans again soon.